Hey, young world. Happy Tuesday. It is about 5:30 in the morning. Your girl was able to get up and go to the gym this morning. She was, girl. I was proud of myself. Because last week I went to the gym and honey, all in my shoulder blades, all this, down in this area was hurting for days. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. It was hurting for days. So this week I said, let me go ahead, since my back ain't bothering me no more, get up and get my time in at the gym. And I'll be honest with you guys. Let me see what. I switched my schedule because I was going Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays to the gym. I was trying to get there between 4 and 5. And those of you that have been around a minute know that I was at Gold's Gym first. And my Gold's Gym decided that they didn't want to pay their rent, child. That sounds so bad. Why when I say things, it just be like I be throwing people up under the bus. Okay, let me say this. Let me say it another way. I guess the rent was too high from the location that they were at. And so they decided that they didn't want to pay their prices. So they shut down the gym that I was going to. And decided to push everybody who was at my gym for goes 20 miles, 20 minutes up the road to another gym, to another facility. And so I was like, I started going and I was like, well, I like the facility, but I don't like the drive. So I decided that I was going to stop going to the gym for a minute. And I realized the location where my goals was open in a Crunch. And I said, let me go check out this Crunch. So that's why I've been going, is Crunch Fitness. And it opened up, I want to say in July. And I realized a significant amount of the people who was going to Goals in that location came to Crunch as well. So I changed my schedule to Tuesday and Thursdays And I try to get there between 3 a.m. and 4:30. I try to be out the gym by 5 because 5 a.m., I don't know what it is, honey. Everybody in God wants to be in the gym at 5 a.m. And I can't do it. So that's my schedule. Today I got there at like 3:30. I only stayed like 45 minutes. The gym is actually like 15 minutes away from me, so it is not bad at all. I know you guys are like thinking, well, what's the difference in 15 and 20 minutes? It's a huge difference. No. Because it might have been a little bit more than 20 minutes. It might have been 30. But whatever you want to think about, it's a huge difference in my mind mentally. So, yeah, now I go to Crunch. And I actually like it. I like the facility and everything. If you go back into the vlogs, you'll see some of the walkthroughs that I did of the facility. Nothing really major. You know, y'all, I don't do major stuff. I do just enough stuff. Anyway, so yeah, been up since 3 a.m. actually. Got to the gym at 3:30, worked out until like 4:20, made it home, took my morning bath, oiled my body, and now I'm ready for work. But I just wanted to jump on because your girl been thinking, child, I had something on my mind. And since I had something on my mind, I thought it would be a good time to just go on and get it off my mind since it's fresh on my mind. So I was speaking to someone yesterday and who is very near and dear to my heart. And I will have to tell you guys now, what I try not to do, what I don't like to do is argue. I'm not going to argue. Now I'm going to tell you. But I'm not going to argue. We can converse about it. We can communicate about it. We can, whatever term you want to use, we can discuss it. But I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to do everything in my power to not raise my voice. It doesn't mean that when I say what I have to say, it's not going to be blunt or you know, slice you a little bit. It's not that. But I'm not going to argue. And I think I'm mentioning this because I feel like people don't realize that understanding and respect go hand in hand. People don't realize that. And that's why they call it mutual respect and understanding. They're sisters. Because in order for me to understand, in order for me to respect you, I have to understand where you're coming from. I have to understand, you know, what your thoughts are, what you're feeling, what you know what I'm saying, what is going through your mind, how you're articulating yourself, how you're carrying yourself. And then I can respect you. But if you're conversing with me and you're acting a different way, that causes confusion. So it's difficult to gain respect when there's confusion, right? I mean, for real, like if you really think about it, if you really like process it and put your mind to it, it's very hard. So one thing I can say about me is that I'm consistent when it comes to who I am as a person, how I try to carry myself, why I carry myself the way I do. I think I've gotten a little bit more stern with me as a person and not with people around me, but me as a person, because I expect a lot out of me as an individual. And remember, that goes back to the expectation. You expect a lot out of yourself, and I expect a hell of a lot out of me. So I govern myself a certain way. And I try to be consistent with how I govern myself, because I want you to understand what type of person I am, because I want to ensure that I get the respect that is due to me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that was part of the conversation. It's like understanding each other, and I think it was more so like, you know, people get tired of people not understanding them, but if you're not willing to understand the person that you're conversing with, how do you expect for someone to understand you? Understanding goes both ways, just like respect goes both ways. And so I just want to put that out there. When you're conversing with someone or having a discussion with someone, always try to step back and truly digest what it is that person is trying to say, what's bothering them, what's hurting them. Even if you have to try to put yourself in their shoes or in their place for a moment. Because it tells a bigger story when you're willing to do that. Like, it's such a great story, because then you're analyzing what they're truly feeling. And so, an example. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. So, say that you're in a relationship with somebody, and say that the individual was an individual who just loved to just walk out their clothes, right? Like, and what I mean by walk out their clothes is like, when they come home, they just take their shit off and they just throwing it all over the place, right? But then it's the same individual as the individual who's complaining about the house being just in disarray. So the individual who walks out their clothes and complaining about the house is in disarray, when it comes to the person that they're conversing with, the person is like, well, help me out here. Instead of just walking out your clothes, how about take your clothes off when you go to the room? Put them in a hamper. That's the first step to making sure the house is not in disarray. And this is a very small example. But if the opposite person can't see that that makes sense because they're so stuck in their freaking ways of just walking out their clothes and just putting them anywhere, they're not willing to understand how the other person feels. Does that make sense? I tried to keep it simple, y'all.
You have to tell.
Who we gonna tell you? You finna go to school today?
Yeah.
You finna go to school and you get to get how many books at school?
2.
2, and what books you gonna get, girl?
Puppy books.
Puppy books?
Yeah.
What grade you in?
1st grade.
And how old are we?
6.
That's right. That's right. And what's
I
your
got
name?
and I got a little tooth.
You got a loose tooth? All right. You showing them?
No.
Hey, young world. My favorite people. So, yeah, I woke up in a really good mood this morning, and I'm sorry I'm walking around here looking like a bum just a little bit. But, look, y'all. I woke up in such a good mood. Y'all know that TikTok dance? Y'all know that TikTok dance, you know the one, the chandelier one? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I was doing that dance, and hold on. I was doing that dance, y'all, and scared the shit out of my daughter, and my grandbaby didn't know what was going on. I don't know why that dance is like fixated in my head. But it is. It's like ingrained in my mind right now. So I keep walking around talking about some, I don't know why. But anyway, I put a clip of my grandbaby off in here. We were talking about school, and she wanted to share that she had a wiggly tooth or a loose tooth and all that good stuff. It's a very short clip, very short, but I wanted to share it with you guys and come back and let you guys know that, you know, she really wanted to do that video, honey. So, I don't know how often you guys will see my little princess in videos, but I think this one and maybe the last one she showed, but this was like, so, let me tell you, she has this little cell phone, that's a toy cell phone, and all she do is record now on it. That's all she do. So she was like, let's do a video. So we did it from my phone. Because when she saw herself on TV the other day, honey, she was just like the happiest little person in the world. So whatever makes my baby happy, I'm cool with that. But I still don't know how often I'm gonna put it in a video. It's Friday, y'all. Your girl made it to the end of the week, honey. But and I don't know what the weekend entails. I really don't know what's gonna happen this weekend, what plans I got for this weekend. I do know that I need to put some air in my tires in all vehicles. Right. I don't think any of the lights have come on because but I can tell because they just ride a little different. So I know I need to put air in my tires. And then Sunday I may take a ride just to be riding because I need to, and y'all know how much I love my bike. But other than that, y'all, I ain't got shit going on this weekend. Y'all know that I'm just kind of like a low-key person. I really am. I'm just a low-key person, and you know what I share is what I share. And I need to clean up my house. My house looks, in my mind, a mess. It really does. It does. It's hard. It's harder now, y'all. It's harder now because it's not just me anymore. But everybody's getting a chore. My little princess, her responsibility is to make sure trash bags are in the trash can. And yesterday she kind of got upset at me after school because I had already put the trash bags in the trash can when I took the trash out. So, but you know, I'll do better so she can do better. And then the mommy is responsible for keeping the guest suite clean because that's where they reside the majority of the time. So everything that's going on in here is my fault. Even though they be in the kitchen and stuff, and mommy do her due diligence and her best to try to keep the little dining room nookie area clean, but this right here is my domain because I like my shit cleaned a certain way. And so if she comes in here and calls herself cleaning and it's not quite clean as I want it to be clean, I'm still not going to be happy. So why put her through it? You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to be happy about something because it ain't done your way, do it your damn self. Y'all see that? I always got a gym. I tell you. Always got a gym. But anyway, I just wanted to close out this video. Short, sweet. And I will see you guys on the next one.